Hello, everyone. Gobble, gobble. Happy Thankskilling. So, today we got the tag review, we got a new trailer I'm excited about, and we got some Thankskilling horror recommendations for you, just to pull you over for this. If you're in the mood for some horror with your dish of turkey and some ham, personally, I would love that. So, without further ado, let the blood flow. Let's go.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies.
Sid, don't you blame the movies.
Don't
the movies
blame.
don't create
No.
psychos.
Can't blame them.
Movies make psychos more creative.
Oh, perfect timing. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Horror Movie News, episode 8.
Wow, it's 2 months.
Yeah, oh wow, that is 2 months.
Yeah. Did we start? Oh, it doesn't matter.
Starting on the first week of October, actually.
Oh, so it is 2 months, like exactly 2 months.
Yes.
Wow. Good for
Yes.
us.
Well, look at that. Give us a round of applause. All right. Yes. All right, so let's get on with our intro. So, my name is Anthony Becerra, and you can find me everywhere at Tony B. Dead, TonyBeep. No, sorry.
Tony Beep Dead.
TonyBedded. There you go. And Kari.
No, it's all right. I've had it where I've said my name and I'm like, wait, how do?
I was like a deer in the headlock.
No, you're all good. My name's Kari Lane. You can find me online at Kari D Lane. That's KARIDLANE.
Yes, guys, and I'm Oliver Drennan. Follow me on all social media platforms at Ollie Dreamer.
Right on. And just to cover base, where you can find us at youtube.com/popcorntalk, as well as on Twitter at horrornewsptn, and on our website, popcorntalknetwork.com. And one that I've always forgotten is to rate, subscribe on iTunes. Please give us a 5 bloody stars if you will. If not, if you don't like us, just give us a 4 or 4.5, you know. That's really showing us. But yeah.
Above average. Come on.
It's above average. So Kari, you had some interesting work going on this weekend.
Yeah, that's kind of the reason I didn't watch a whole lot of movies this week. But yeah, this weekend on Saturday, I got to work on a horror short film. So this is me as a ghost monster thing.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
And I did my own makeup.
Oh, that was
just about to
really.
ask.
Is
Yeah.
that difficult to do? Cause
It looks awesome.
No, there's a couple other photos. I have another one where it's brighter too. This is without. No, this is just like
get
a
that
selfie.
dark.
Yeah, and so we're in a bathroom because the whole thing takes place in a bathroom.
Right. It's called
It's called The Stall.
the stall. Right.
And
Ooh.
it's
Is that a play on words? The stall.
kind of.
Something's
Oh, there you
getting
go. Now you
stalled?
got the bright. No,
There you
it's
go.
just like this girl gets in there and she wants to use. She doesn't want to use the handicap stall because you save those for people who need it more, and the other stall is preoccupied, and then just weird stuff happens in the bathroom. So
Interesting.
yeah, I'm the monster, and it was really fun. So I assistant directed, but here's a funny little clip of. So we had to have the stall locked because she has to push on it, and we did have somebody in there before, but I'm like, dude, I'll go in there and lock it, and I'll get out. So this is just me being a goofball, getting out front of the stall.
Ayo.
Because I did it so quickly, they were like, "What?" Yeah. Then I came at camera. Yeah, the first time I did it, they were just like, "What?" And I'm like, I should videotape this. Apparently, it looks interesting.
It looks really freaky when you're coming out of it.
Yeah. Well, I'll
When
show
you're
you.
sliding out, it's like it's a little unsettling.
I'll have to post it and tag you guys. There's another one where I missed it and I bumped my butt on this thing, and then I just laid down. But how I scooted back in looks really creepy. And I'm like, I need to save that because that's funny too.
Nice, some good
But it
BTS
was fun.
footage.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and yeah, we did the makeup like very last, so I didn't have to wear that the whole time. And then it's just crazy what you can do in just like one bathroom of how we had to like move things around. But it was a lot of fun.
I would imagine the lighting would be a pain
Yeah,
in the
well,
butt.
it was interesting to make it like the lights turn off. Air quotes for people listening on iTunes. So we had like this blue lighting to make it as if the lights had turned off because the girl's in a stall at one point. The lights go off and she's like, "Hey, turn the lights back on." And so like weird stuff with lights and trying to get the timing right to make it like you're on the cord holding it. I didn't have to do that, but like
Oh, you're
get
like
them on,
plugging
get them off.
in,
Yeah,
plugging
get
off?
like one
Okay.
set to turn on and one set to turn off
Oh, okay.
without going to black. But it was
Right.
fun and good team of people, and we had a couple of us had met on the Collaboration Filmmakers Challenge, which happens in about like springtime or so. So then we worked on this thing together.
When can we see it?
Yeah.
I hope soon. I
I
don't know. That's a
know.
good
That
question.
sounds
I'm like,
exciting.
how long is this going to take you guys to edit? Because the guy who directed it and he was the DP, and he'll be editing it. So I don't know however long it takes him to edit.
Right
I hope
on.
soon. I will link you all.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be
Please.
great.
Yeah.
We'd love to
Keep
see
us
it.
posted.
We'd feature it on the
Do
show.
not
of
stall
course,
us
yeah.
with that.
Ah,
I want to
zing.
see it. I want to see
Yes.
it.
There it is.
Thank
there it
you,
is.
Steve. Thank
Yeah.
you
Right
very
on.
much.
All right. And now on to the Abyss, our
Yay.
segment.
Yeah.
So I saw. I forgot to add one actually. I'll go through the ones that aren't horror. So I saw just a little indie film called Justice League.
Oh.
Just-
Wait. Justice?
Justice-
League of Justice?
Justice League.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just a small little film.
I have not heard of that.
It was okay. And then I saw Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom with my good buddy Casey, and we had a bottle of rum wine. No, I've seen it.
Okay.
It was just good, just
Well,
fun to
because then
watch
it's
again.
fun to watch older ones that you know well with a friend who's never seen it.
Oh right, no, we
Yeah.
both seen it. And we were just like, I haven't seen it in a while though.
Okay.
And I was like, well, let's waste some. We were just like wasting time. Like, let's put on the beginning of something that we can just enjoy
Yeah.
right away.
That's
and
one
he's
of my
like,
favorite ones.
Yeah, he's like, this is the craziest opening. I was like, I can't really remember it. Let's do it. And then I was like, woo, boy, that was some some opening. I
so
loved
you-
it. Yeah.
So you made a drinking game out of it. That's what you
Pretty
did.
much. yeah.
Well, you should have. You did.
It was great. Great. And then we ended up watching the whole thing. And I was
Nice.
just like, wow, 2 hours just blew past. And one film I really enjoyed was Three Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri. Wow, just what a great film.
What kind of movie is it?
It's like a dark humor, but
Okay.
it's also a drama. It's very a look into the life of like loss and acceptance, and also tolerance of other people and stuff. You know.
Okay.
It's really good. Woody Harrelson. I can't remember the other actors, but it's by the same director who did Seven Psychopaths and also In Bruges.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it's that kind of humor.
Yeah, I love In Bruges.
Yeah, I do too, which is
Seven Psychopaths though, I don't think I love that one as much.
it's a bit more forgettable for me.
Yeah.
I think I just
In
have to
Bruges was
revisit
so
because
good.
I only saw Seven Psychopaths once, and it didn't leave too much of an impression
Yeah.
on me.
I'm
But
like,
I
what
still have
was
to.
that
I
one?
have to. I want to revisit it though for sure. Yeah, because there's this great like Christopher Walken scene where you kind of yeah. I remember that scene for sure. But the horror films I did see is Tag, which is what we're going to be talking about later.
Yay.
And also Thankskilling, which is quite
yes.
quite the movie. Yes, featuring turkey.
Look at that turkey.
This is a good movie. We'll probably expand on that later because also it's one of our
Because
recommendations.
we all have seen it.
Yeah, and another one
Yeah.
from our recommendation is actually the one called Alien Abduction, an incident at I believe incident at incident in Lake County, and this was I saw this earlier this morning. So it was like 10, 11, 12, like through that span, I was watching it, and I was freaking out. I was actually scared. Like,
Oh, yeah?
nothing gets me more scared than, and it's like a found footage style,
okay.
and it's also found footage style, but also like alien invasion, and that
Where
just
can you
always
watch
gets
it?
me. I actually
Do you
there's a
rent it?
really bad version of it on YouTube.
Okay.
Is it
You
like
can
the quality's low?
yeah, but
Okay.
there's better qualities, but it's shadier sites. It's
Oh.
very hard to find because it was made for it was a TV broadcasted film back in 1998, and it actually aired on UPN. And there was actually some controversy with that film because people weren't sure if it was real or not.
Wow.
And there was a lack of
Yeah.
viewer discretion. It was because like they
Okay.
set it up as it to be really real, like very real. But the same director, Dean Aliotto, he did a film earlier in 1989, about 2 years prior. That was only an hour long, and that was aired on TV as well. And that had the same exact style, and people like the same exact thing happened where it was controversy where they weren't sure if what was real, if it was real, if it was fake. But this is more like, think of it as like Evil Dead, and then he did Evil Dead 2. That was Incident at Lake
Wow.
County. So it has a higher budget and it looks better. But it's still very micro budgeted, like very
Yeah.
cheap. But I kind of learned a lot just like filmmaking wise of how you can cheat some certain things. And then there's like a young girl also included in the cast, and she's just so creepy. And then like midway you feel like you see like a certain shift in her, and she just gets creepier from then on. It was really good. Like it surprised me a lot. And this is like I'm not sure if it's before. It's 1998, but it's like around the era there, like found footage is
Really
coming
started
up.
taking out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's another very heavily alien-esque era because like X-Files and all that stuff. So everyone was really into aliens, or at least what I was brought up in. My
Yeah.
my stepfather, he like loved X-Files and Aliens. And
Yeah.
So
And it's funny because I was reading about how like when it was originally aired, it went on after a thing called vampires, like the myth, like pretty much it was
Oh,
like
man.
a tabloid-esque kind of
Yeah.
thing, and it was called Vampires Exposed, or Real Vampires Exposed. So they thought like it came on right after that, so they thought it was in the same vein of exposing like real
yeah.
things. But then at the end
Yeah.
of the film, you see the credits roll and it says directed by, and
There
it says
was
everything.
what was that new one that came out? The movie.
The Fourth Kind.
Yes,
I
that was
love
one
that
where
too.
it was so good, and then you watch like behind the scenes. I'm like,
I put it up
I'm
there.
unhappy
I put it up there
now.
with The Fourth Kind, as into like how like scary it was for me, like how like that
Yeah.
feeling of just like oh like
don't watch the special features.
because one of the things for me, like I love aliens, and aliens like scare the crap out of me. I am a believer.
Fire in the Sky. Have you seen that?
Yes, I have. The
I
last
think we've
10
talked
minutes.
about that. Yeah, that movie is.
Dude, oh,
Have you
Fire
seen
in
this?
the- no.
Yes.
the last 10 minutes of the movie is where it pays off, and
It's
it's just
scary.
like
is it slow and then it?
It's
Yeah,
very slow,
very
but there's
slow.
a visual at the end that's like.
it's
Oh.
it's like the best
What's going
like
on?
take on the like.
It's a good alien
yeah.
abduction drama, scary movie.
Mhm.
Okay.
So that's what I've been watching.
I'm actually gonna spice this up. Keep my photos for the next segment. I'll put that into Crypt. But what I watched this week, I continued watching. I watched only like one episode of Preacher. I know you're gonna talk about, it, but I did watch Murder on the Orient Express.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I have yet to see that.
I liked
Yeah.
it, but I think the pacing for me was really, really good in the beginning, and then the end slowed down.
Yeah.
Like when they started doing the reveal, I was like, "Yes, I'm awake." What? But the beginning was just so fun and a lot of humor and like just
Yeah.
great pacing. So that was my only kind of complaint. Visually beautiful. Also started Punisher, which is really cool.
Oh yeah,
I
saw
do
the
like
first
that.
episode.
And then I did watch Thankskilling, and it was painful.
Oh my
so
gosh.
painful.
That's so good.
I'm glad it's only an hour because I barely was like
I'm excited to talk
pausing it
about
like
it.
Yeah, me
half
too.
hour in. Okay, so
was
that's what I
so-
watched.
But
And
it
then
was
I
a-
watched a movie that I'll talk about for the Crypt.
It was a good painful.
No, we'll talk about it when we get there.
Okay. Well, I just got done moving. I'm still like in the process of getting like more furniture.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, I tried to watch some stuff. I'm too like focused on like Runaways now because like I've
Oh,
been
yeah,
waiting
you
that
gotta-
forever. But anyways,
Yes.
you know, I'm still keeping up with Walking.
Plug in your show too.
Oh, well, do it after.
Okay, okay.
Runaways after show. That's TV at 8. Anyways, you know, I saw Murder on the Orient Express. I keep saying like Murder on the Midnight Express. Like I can't even get it. Polar Express. Like I can't even say it correctly.
Oh boy, that would have been a
But
different
it
movie.
was a fun film. Like it I saw the reviews are very like good, bad. There's no in between. You either like it or you hate it. And so I really didn't know like what to expect.
Yeah.
And like it has such an ensemble all-star cast.
Oh,
Like,
yes.
Judi Dench, Johnny Depp,
Penelope,
Penelope
no.
Cruz,
Is it Penelope? No, is it? Yeah, it's Penelope Cruz. Yeah.
and Daisy Ridley. She's in,
Yep.
she's Rey
Oh,
in
really?
Star Wars.
She's in it?
So there's like
Yeah,
a crazy.
She plays the like young hero lady. She becomes important.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yep.
Like there's so many, such a great cast. And I feel like I think the downside of it was like maybe some of the castmates were like underutilized because it was mostly about the main character. And he did a
Oh,
phenomenal,
he's amazing.
did a
He's so funny.
phenomenal job.
You like his mustache holder?
Yes, I was just like I could not stop staring at
Was
his
that Depp?
mustache. Huh?
Or
no,
Depp?
no.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm blanking.
Oh,
on
the
his
main
name
guy-
too.
the
main
main
guy.
head? Yeah, I
He
can't
has
think
a
of-
mustache like holder for when he sleeps, so it doesn't get messed up.
Oh yeah.
And then
funny.
somebody on our chat on another show mentioned like those did exist. So I'm like, I believe it. Like,
Wow.
You don't
Oh, yeah.
want to wake up and it's like, hey,
It was so smooth and beautiful.
his mustache.
But it was a fun film. I recommend it, you know, to anyone that wants to see it. It's not really horror, but I love a good mystery.
It's a
very,
murder mystery.
Yeah,
There's
I love
horror, there's
murder mysteries. It felt like you were watching like a theatrical play, and it's based on a
Yeah.
book.
Yep.
So.
And there's another movie too.
Yeah. Oh wait, is there? Mm-hmm. Oh, before.
Oh yeah, there's a.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's a
Older
remake.
movie, yeah.
But I feel like there's
This
some.
means in the past.
But yeah, I feel like there's something else I wanted to say about it, but I can't think. Any other thoughts on the film?
It was cool, but I really liked his friend that he meets at the train station when he first gets there, but I wanted him in the movie more. The guy who's kind of the like liaison on the train. He was such a fun character in there. I don't think he's in it enough. But
But if you like Clue, you've like playing
Yeah,
the game
it's
Clue,
kind of
good
a
murder
similar vibe.
mystery, yeah.
though I love Clue.
Yeah.
It's so
yes. But yeah, check it out, guys.
Yeah.
All right, right on. Moving along. The Crypt. So for The Crypt, I would like to recommend Kronos. Oh, because it's directed by Guillermo del Toro and also written by Guillermo del Toro. It's also his first feature film. I actually was able to see Guillermo del Toro talk at Vulture Fest alongside Doug Jones, and he was talking on The Shape of Water this week, and that was very special for me to see.
That looks so cool.
Yeah, I came within less than 5 feet of him, and there was like vultures all around, just like taking selfies, and I was like, I want to be one of them, but I couldn't act. My legs didn't move. I was frozen stiff. He was my hero. I wanted to cry on the spot.
Aww.
It was beautiful. I loved it so much. I really wish I had taken a photo with him, but that's okay. I feel like this is not the last time I will see him. Hopefully not. I pray for his good health. But yeah, I'm so excited for The Shape of Water. But yeah, so back to Kronos. It was released on 1993, which is actually the year of my birth, which I think was fairly special, I guess. And so the synopsis goes: a man by the name of Jesus Gris finds an ancient device that provides its owner eternal life, but it comes at a certain price. Stars Federico Lupi and also as Jesus Gris, and he's our main character. He's actually like a grandfather, so it's an older gentleman. And alongside him, it's co-star Ron Perlman, who plays Ángel de la Guardia, who is kind of like a bodyguard to one of the film's antagonists. So he's one of the antagonists. It's a great. I think it's a really great film for his first film. He did 2 shorts, I believe, beforehand. And it's a story with so much heart. It's a story about a grandfather and his relationship with his granddaughter, who's still like in adolescence, like a child. And it's just a wonderful film. The effects are really great because it's a device that latches onto you and takes your blood. It's kind of like in a form of vampirism. Within the device, there's like a bug that kind of like is what grants you.
That gets you the life.
That gives you the eternal life. But like the thing is, your body will start eroding away. So like a zombie like effect. But you're not a zombie though. You're still like. So
your
like
body just falls apart.
So whatever damage you take, you won't regenerate it, but you'll live forever.
Wow.
So that's like the cost.
Oh, there's a movie. Sorry, that just reminded me of. Have you guys seen? And remind me if you know what it is. But there's something like that where like you get to live forever, but any damage you incur doesn't repair, but you're gonna still be alive. Is that in a movie? Anybody ringing any bells?
I can't remember.
I can't
I'll have to think about it. I'll be like Google, because it's either in a comedy or it's in like a TV show. But yeah, something else had something similar idea where you get to live forever, but any damage you get just sucks. Of like your arm rips off and
it sounds like it could be like a fun sci-fi comedy or something like that.
that. Or maybe it's with one character. I don't know. No. We have our voice in the sky researching, but I just know I've seen it on something. But anyway, that sounds cool. I don't think I've heard
And what
of
would
it,
you
really.
recommend, Kari?
Well, now I'll talk about my other movies. So I saw Train to Busan, and for some reason I kept thinking it was Busan, but it's just Busan, so Busan. It's a Korean film, came out in 2016, and I apologize if I can't say the name right, but it's Song Ho Yeon is the director. So the movie is, I was like, where's the... So the plot is, while a zombie virus breaks out in South Korea, passengers struggle to survive on the train from Seoul to Busan. So it's this dad, and the other thing I like about it too is it introduces different characters really thoroughly in a way that you're not feeling like, oh, we're jumping around too much, but like you get to know these people, and they're all connected to the train, so it's okay to like jump around to these random people. So primarily it starts with this dad, and he's holding his daughter right there, and it's her birthday. She wants to go visit her mom in this other city. He's too busy. He's a businessman.
Yeah.
He's I think he's like a hedge
fund manager.
Yeah, something like that. So like,
and they're
he's
divorced
a
too, right?
I think they're separated. I don't think they're divorced yet.
Yeah, okay. But they're going down that road.
Yeah, they're going down that road. And the daughter's like, I want to go. And he's like, fine, I'll take you. Because she's like, dude, I'll go by myself. But she's probably like, I don't know, under 10, definitely. She's a very little girl. So he goes with her on the train. But then apparently there's this virus outbreak, which you never really quite learn why, how, which is fine. Because you're just like these characters.
It doesn't really matter. Yeah.
It's more about the situation.
Can we go back to the first one that looks like the poster? Let's zoom in a little bit on the people. So, for example, these are some other people you see. There's a pregnant woman and her husband. There's this guy who's part of this baseball team, and this girl who's like, yeah, I'm here to be your guys' cheerleader.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's
And
right.
then there's some other characters, but these are kind of like the main people. And there's another photo. We'll go to like where you see the zombies, where they're looking through the. Yeah, this is great too. Like how they're trying to get from train to train.
Right.
Because the train's moving, and it's a.
Yeah.
If you guys, we don't have them really in the States, but these are bullet trains where they go really fast that you can't like, just step outside or hop off. And having ridden one in Japan and road trains in Norway and Germany, so I'm like, oh, being on a train again. But how you have to get from car to car is really fun and exciting of how they do it. It's very like, this movie gave me so much anxiety in a good way. So here's some of the zombies. I think the zombies, how they did them were so good. There's so many too. There's so many scenes. There's another scene, another picture where it's kind of like stairs and an escalator. Semi spoilers, but yeah, these people are like, yeah, we're fine, and they go down, and you're like, fuck,
Yeah.
and just so many moments where I'm like, run! And then there's some really great heartfelt moments too, where you're like,
Yeah. Really beautiful.
yeah, just you wouldn't think it'd be so like.
The emotional
Poignant
tones
and-
really
yeah.
they hit home for sure.
And so yeah, it's a great zombie movie. I mean, there's some things that are kind of dumb by the end, like somebody gets bit because he puts his hand on the zombie's mouth. And I'm like, all right, you've survived this long. Why?
He's got to go somehow.
No, but see, I would have been better if like he put his hand like on the zombie's chest and like something moved that he like lost his hold and then got bit or something else. Like
Right.
if this character had to die, I felt they could have done it better. Just how that character died, I was like, fine, whatever. I didn't. It was a little dumb.
Did he or she know that the zombie was the zombie alive or
Yeah,
dead,
no, they
or-
totally knew. They're fighting. They're struggling, and so
Oh, it's like,
he's behind the
get away
zombie.
from me.
No, he's behind, and he's like grabbing, and he has a hand over the mouth from behind. I'm like, you've deduced so much more already that I'm like,
Gotcha.
So that was slightly frustrating, but otherwise, I would highly recommend it if you guys like zombie movies at all. It's one. It's definitely one where the action is so cool. And just the anxiety of you caring about these characters, and you care about them pretty quickly too. And then there's a character that like you hate so much, and when he gets punched in the face, I cheered.
Oh yeah.
It's like yes, but I wanted that character also. Semi spoiler, but whatever. It'll be a while till you get there. Their death, I wanted to be bigger.
Okay.
It's not
More
it's a little-
violent, more torturous.
I wanted yes.
You want that?
I
or,
hated
like,
that person
yeah.
so much.
More deserving.
It's always like the most
Yeah.
innocent character that gets like the most
The
brutal,
worst, yeah.
like worst, like longest
Yeah.
death ever.
Yeah.
But
Anyway.
I also loved how the zombies look because they still look kind of alive. You know, they have like the light eyes, but for
Yeah.
the most part they're
Yeah.
not like
They're just-
crusty old decrepit.
No.
Right.
Well, it's very quick. Like it spreads on the train, and there's nowhere to go. So you also get a claustrophobia effect.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. We got a nice
Oh,
zoom
isn't
in.
there like a scene where he's counting down how fast it is to turn? Or is that another film?
No, they don't do
Never
that.
Mind.
This
was like,
one,
what film was that?
it's pretty quick. It's a pretty rapid succession. But mostly it's like their eyes change, and then it looks like a blue veiny stuff on them. And then their movements, these actors were so good of like being jerky and like they found some people like disjointed kind of shoulders and had their arm behind their head. So I think they achieved it really well.
Creepy.
Super.
Zombies
Super
on a
good.
train.
Yes.
on a
Had it with
train.
these zombies
Yes.
on a train.
With the motherfucker.
Yes.
All right.
That's a
Ollie?
that was a really good choice. Mine was High Tension. I know
Yeah.
Anthony has seen it. Have you seen High
Is it
Tension?
French?
Yes, it's a
Yeah.
French film.
That's
What
what
the-
I've been meaning to.
what the
Thank you. I'm like, I need to add that to my list.
So, without going into spoilers, it's a very simple plot. It's a horror suspense thriller, and there's lots of gore, lots of blood in it.
That,
And-
was it the dresser scene?
Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Does she have
Talk
short
about
hair?
a death of
Yes.
the week.
Yes, that's the one I'm thinking
I
of.
remember like growing up and just always seeing this poster and like the,
Yes.
the
I remember
It's
the
over her
trailer. I remember the
shoulder.
trailer. Yeah.
like I
Yeah.
was like finally as I got older and I got over my fear of horror movies, like now obviously I love horror movies, I finally watched this film, and I think like some people like love this film or they kind of just like don't like it because there's a twist. I always hate bringing up that there's a twist because I feel like that spoils
'Cause
it.
I
then everybody
know. We
waits
were
for
talking
it.
about that last time. But
Yeah.
So I apologize for saying that, but like that's the reason why I say it because people don't like it. But usually it gets pretty good reviews, decent. So the synopsis reads, Marie, that was my best French accent, and Alexia decide to spend a weekend at Alexia's parents' secluded farmhouse. But on the night of their arrival, the girls' getaway turns into an endless night of horror. So it's like a fun home invasion slasher film. Very brutal, like I said. But I don't think it's one of my favorite horror films, like slasher, home invasion, just because with this film, I think it deserves a watch at least once. But I feel like once you see it again, it's kind of like, I don't know, you just get like a different take. But that happens with twists. But I definitely recommend it, even if you guys don't end up liking it.
I had a friend highly recommend it. I just haven't gotten to it yet. I'm glad you brought it up.
It's almost like, I wonder how it would be if it didn't have the twist. Because it could totally work if it didn't have the twist. It's so freaking, like, has you on the edge of your seat. But yeah, check it out.
Maybe I'll try to watch that before next time.
Right on. Okay. So I did see Justice League this weekend, and there was a trailer that stood out to me. The trailer was for a film that's coming out called A Quiet Place, and it's actually being directed by John Krasinski, also known as Jim from The Office. If you guys ever watched The Office.
Wow.
He was also, I think, in the Secret Soldiers of Benghazi, I believe. I think he was in that. Yeah, so it's starring John Krasinski, and he's also with his, they're actually a couple in real life, Emily Blunt. And so she's starring with him in that, as well as Noah Jupe from Suburbicon and Millicent Simmons from, I believe it was Wonderstruck. And it's being produced by Paramount Pictures, and so it's set to release April 6, 2018, and I would like for you guys to watch the trailer as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I think it's one to look out for and to look forward to. So go ahead.
I haven't seen Justice League, so I'm excited.
Yeah, me either. So.
Yeah, it's really, like, the way it's shot, it's really nice, too.
Cornfield. Children of the Corn. That's what I would be thinking if I was watching this. I'd be like, oh, is this a remake for Children of the Corn?
Did it say listen closely?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, I can't read that.
We have lights on us, the people listening or watching, so it's hard to see the
We got
TV
glare.
just right.
Oh, yeah, if you see, he puts sand down, so wherever they step. Yeah, never make a sound.
Interesting.
There's Emily Blunt, and they have to step, like, it's wooden floors, so they have to step in certain ways, so I think they painted the floor as to where to step. And then there's 3 claws that you can see, claw marks that you see right there.
Oh my gosh.
And they're like really huge claw marks too, like liquor style claw marks.
Oh, Resident Evil.
Like, yeah, like huge. If they can't hear you. They, exactly.
There's multiple?
And everyone's quiet, and then they learn sign language, I'm guessing. So they're they're having a dinner table.
Gosh.
They can't hunt you. If they can't hear you, they can't hunt you. So this is Monopoly, and like there's nothing. This trailer is like complete quiet. It's all atmospheric.
There's no
until that happens. And he acts quickly, and then
Why do they stay?
I don't know. Oh, snaps.
And then the sound design for this trailer gets crazy.
This is already giving me like a Hush vibes.
Right?
But with like a monster movie.
Definitely some sort of creature.
Is that a window?
Yeah.
Never go by the window.
So, and also have some sort of indication with the bulbs. I think the lights,
what's the red light?
The lights change color maybe, or affect. The lights are affected when the creatures are possibly around.
Oh.
And
Oh.
the title card, A Quiet Place.
Ooh, fun.
So coming out next year, April 6th.
Nice.
Looks very interesting, right?
Yeah.
And I'm curious because I don't know if I've seen a film by his that he's directed. Maybe I have, I'm not sure. But yeah, I am looking forward to
It's also
that.
interesting to direct and star.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm so excited.
I'm curious
for this.
sure.
I just wanted to share that with you, because we don't really have too much news. So I'll just might as well show that trailer for everyone. But yeah, so now I would like to segue into our tag review, and that also double whammy is part of our death of the week.
Yes.
And I call this one Next Stop. Hey. Death of the week. Next Stop, Surreal Terror. That's what I call this one.
This was amazing, this scene.
It's so good.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Viewer discretion is advised. This is, yeah.
And we're spoiling it for you, but don't worry. It's in the first, 4 minutes of the movie.
It's in the trailer, right?
I knew, no, I didn't watch the trailer. So yeah, I was like, something's gonna happen that she's bent down. And lo and behold, wait for it.
Oh my goodness.
You're like, wait, what the fuck happened?
And I like the flying torsos.
Boom! You're like, what?
Yeah.
She's
Just blood.
She's so adorable.
I know.
She is.
Wasn't
She's very
she?
cute.
I want to give her a hug. Poor
So
girl.
for those listening, literally a bus gets the top
sliced
cut
in
off.
half horizontally.
Yeah. And this one girl survives. Anybody else think the sound sounds like Walking Dead?
Yeah.
This?
That's you. Oh my God, you're so right.
Every time
That's
Every
hilarious.
time they would run, this song
The
would
melody
play.
Oh
is-
my God,
Like,
I'm waiting for the violins to kick
Yeah.
in. All right, you can stop it right there.
Yeah.
I was wondering. I was
Leave
like,
it
is
there at the
Totally
bus
sounds
stop.
like Walking Dead to me.
I just couldn't put my
And it
finger
happens
on
a lot. Like that's the
Yeah, every like
theme
the
song, if
chase
you
scene
will.
So
song.
funny.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my gosh. Didn't you mention that last week?
I might have said that.
You might have
but-
said that because I was
yeah.
thinking, I'm like, they keep playing this, and I think Kari
Yeah.
said something about that.
So did you guys love that bus scene?
Oh, that was great.
I liked it better than last week's stuff.
Yeah, that's.
Well, it's also an amazing scene because that really sets the tone for the movie. That you're like, WTF? All right, cool. That's this kind
Yeah,
of a movie.
it's you're gonna be saying that like throughout the whole film,
Oh,
which
this
is
movie
great.
has so much
just
WTF.
accept it. It's,
Yes.
it's about accepting the absurdness, and I mean that
Yes.
that was a part of it. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's get into this. So, Tag, released in 2015, directed by Schmoes Know, and he's actually a very prolific Japanese director. He's directed 2 films I've been meaning to see myself. He has over 50 directorial credits up on IMDb, and he actually I won't say because I can't remember that movie's name. He directed a movie that was like almost 4 hours long.
Wow.
It's like an
Oh.
epic story. But yeah, the one I've been meaning to watch is Suicide Club, which is released in 2001 and it opens up with a bunch of schoolgirls committing suicide in front of a train, like they jump in front of
Yeah.
a train, and that's how the movie opens up. And so it's I read a user review that this was like kind of like the same sort of impact in the feeling in the opening of it all,
I can see that.
where it's like really huge, like boom, starts with a huge punch.
He always kills off a group of schoolgirls in his films.
I
and
guess
love
so.
it.
I don't know.
No, I appreciate it.
And also another I've been meaning to see is Noriko's Dinner Table, released in 2005. I'm not really sure what that's about. I like the cover of it, and I love the name to it, and like I'm just down for that. And so it's also worth noting that the same year this was released, and in 2015, he also released 5 feature-length films, varying in genre in the same year. So he released 5 films the same year.
Dang.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's based off a book by Yusuke Yamada called Ryaru Onigoko, and it only really takes the concept of the novel, it's not like a straight adaptation.
Yeah, inspired by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's actually another adaptation called The Taken Life that has spawned about 5 sequels of that same novel. So like the novel's been done, so he kind of just took like the theme of said possible novel, or maybe just some sort of idea, and he made Tag with it. But I guess we should start with the overall first impressions.
I thought it was, awesome
crazy.
and bloody.
Right?
And crazy.
Well, I was like researching it a little bit. I don't know if you guys like looked it up a little bit, but there's lots of actually like feminist
Undertones,
themes.
yeah, I was about to
and
say,
as long
yeah.
as queer themes as well, and like even with the 3 different like personality. Are we like spoiling this? We're spoiling.
No,
right?
it's fine. I mean,
You
it's
could
been a...
Well,
It's on one of the posters.
Yeah, there's 3 characters who are the same, but they're like not the same.
It's her.
And yeah, and they all have 3 different names, but basically, like in the first, what I took from it and what I was reading it, what was her name? Mariko? Oh, Mitsuko. Mitsuko.
Mitsuko.
Yeah, Mitsuko.
I'm horrible.
I actually wrote my notes down on a paper, and I forgot.
But basically,
I wrote all my notes
like
down.
the bus scene was about
Yeah.
her being queer and different, and it's so in Japanese culture, it's so about like fitting in, and everyone was fitting in except at her. She was totally the outcast,
She
and
was-
everyone else
I
died.
loved her,
Writing
like, quote
poetry.
unquote girlfriend.
Oh yeah, Aki.
Yeah.
I think her name was Aki.
Yeah, I think it was Aki.
And
I
then
liked her a lot.
She was in like all of the 3 different like journeys through the characters that she was. And then the second one was about when she was getting married. She was like
was, like-
basically getting forced to get married to a man, and like she has
With a pig head.
Yeah,
Yes.
and it was almost like as if like
So, and that was like the first view, or like...
It's the first male in the whole movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's a
It's
pig
super
head. And he
weird.
has a
Only-
pig head.
well-
No,
You see
not
men
till like
later.
at the very end.
okay. Oh, okay.
But it's kind of weird. Like, you don't notice, and then you go, wait, there are no men in this movie at all.
Until the last, like the
Last
final,
segment.
like
Like,
the
very
last
oh
end.
third.
yeah, the
Yeah.
Actually,
the man-
technically, the
man-
4th segment.
Yeah,
the 4th segment.
The man's world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man's
Okay.
world. Yeah, man's
Where
world.
she had to kill.
Yeah,
Aki. I'm
it's
so-
okay. We're gonna be spoilers.
sorry.
Throw up
No,
that
was it
spoiler
really?
alert.
I don't think it was, though. But I was
What?
like, Aki, I hope Aki's not a dude. I'm like, no, he's not.
Spoiler
Yeah.
alert!
I don't
So-
think that was representation of her friend.
What was?
Well, wait. You say when she had to, when Aki...
Yeah, before going
Before
into-
that. Okay, sorry. I had a moment where I thought Aki would come back, but then I was worried that they would make Aki a male. And they don't.
Oh,
so
no,
I'm
no,
good. I was like, good. I don't want her
Yeah.
to be a guy.
No. She stayed
It's more interesting
a female
that who she is,
throughout
yeah.
the whole thing. I did see a lot of similarities and callbacks to The Matrix, especially like when they're fighting in the chapel. Don't the two the two teachers show up in like
Yeah.
all
The leather.
all black leather, and then also when she has to pull Aki apart, the wires are blue and yellow, which is like the red pill and the blue
Yes.
pill. From
Actually, I thought it was red and blue, even.
the red pill, yeah. The
didn't
wires
think
are red and blue.
Oh, red. I thought I
Yeah,
heard you
one's
say
red,
yellow.
one's blue, and she says pull them both.
Yeah.
So I mean, thinking about it now, it's like, was it the red? Red and blue is like one's reality, one's like you stay in the dream, and she's kind of pulling both. So in a sense, it's kind of like you have to be. Sometimes life can be absurd like a dream, so you have to accept it all. Maybe
It did feel like
and that's why
a
she had to
dream.
pull both of them out. But yeah, spoiler alert, tag is a game. So she
Sort
plays
of.
she
Yeah.
plays through the
How it
three
works.
she plays through the three characters within that game. It starts off
Yeah.
with her as a schoolgirl, then it starts off with the young woman getting married, and then it ends with a woman
runner.
The runner.
Which I noticed in the very beginning. I told my friend, I'm like, she has to run a lot. She's a good runner. And lo and behold, she becomes a runner
With
later.
the,
Yeah,
with
the-
the soundtrack playing.
I was gonna say throughout the whole
Just to run
film,
a lot.
there's a motif of running away.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
I mean, in the third world, she was running away from the pig and the teachers, and it's kind of like she's running away from this lifestyle that's being pushed on her, like the heterosexual or whatever, just a man putting his force on her. And we later find out that the men are the ones controlling the video game, which like they're like, in a sense, controlling women, I guess.
Yeah, they're
through the video game.
exactly.
Which is
so-
like in societies, like I mean that happens in video games. Girls are sexualized, and I play some of those video games, like Dead or Alive and stuff like that. But that's very common in Japan, and like, but it can be like.
I
was gonna
about
say
to
we've already said spoilers. So do you think in the end when she meets that older man that she's outside of the game? Because he's old, that it doesn't feel like he's in the game himself because he has the controller. So I felt she had somehow exited the game.
I believe she did exit the game.
Okay.
Because, yeah, Aki was able to help her exit
Yeah.
the game, and then he's able. That's when the old man is able to see her in real life.
Then
we're led
who's-
to believe that he's playing it,
Yeah.
and we're led to. This is what I'm thinking. The young man is actually the old man.
Yeah.
Okay, and he cloned himself just like how
Yes.
he cloned Aki, and
Yeah.
yeah. And so I'm guessing that he was
To watch your young self have sex with her.
I'm guessing
So
the old
weird,
man was
gross.
obsessed with having sex with her as a young man, but he never got the opportunity to
Yeah.
do so, and so he died. She died with an accident along with their friends. He was somehow able to grab the DNA and create
Yeah,
this game
it's-
like all in the future.
The end of the movie is so bizarre that I'm like, just go with it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just basically, I think it's just saying that how women have to, or how women are controlled by the men in this like society. It's a men's dominated world. I mean,
Yeah.
men's world and
It's a man's
everything.
world.
And that how her friend Sir or Surreal, which I thought was
Yeah.
hilarious. That's exactly how House is, by the way. How like
Yeah.
Kung Fu. Yeah, okay. But yeah, how Sir is
I
able
loved
to.
her friends in the beginning.
She's able to. She tells her like in order to go against your destiny, which was what her sleeping with the young man was supposed to be. She has to do something that's
Unexpected.
Was it unexpected? Yeah, it was
Like
Kill herself?
random.
yeah, it had
She
to be
killed
something
herself.
unexpected and random, something.
Which is kind of good advice for life. If sometimes you're changing what you're doing just by
Yeah.
changing up what you do normally.
But that was also to show that a man can control her. It's like she made it her
Yeah.
choice to kill herself,
Kill herself,
and it wasn't
yeah.
that man that told her to kill herself. She killed
Yeah.
herself.
And
through
that's
her
what I was
own-
thinking too. That like in order to she killed herself in order to save her friends from dying in the video game. Even though it was a video game, I think it felt real
But
to
she
her.
killed herself on the outside. So how does that save her friends on the inside?
No, because then like after she kills herself on the outside,
they
it goes
said
back to the video game.
You need to die so that we're free.
Yeah, it
They
goes
said
back.
that, yeah.
It goes back to the video game. I don't know if the game restarted or something, but like
Right.
there's an iteration where she's back at the bus and she takes the pen and she stabs herself in all three lives with a bottle, which I love that shot too. When
Oh,
she's a
yeah.
bride with a broken bottle and she stabs herself with the bottle, she stabs herself with the pen, and she stabs herself when she's running, she kills herself somehow as well.
Yeah.
And that's the way where she's able to break free from her ultimate destiny, which was to, I guess,
Be with that man.
or just be in the control of
Yes.
men, you know. So definitely a lot of like feminist undertones and also lesbian undertones with Aki and the main character, and really just about how crazy life can be, and sometimes you just have to accept it no matter how nuts it feels, and
Or also to go against fate.
Exactly. Yeah.
go against fate.
Yeah.
Change it up.
Not saying to kill yourself. you know,
No.
but
No, yeah, because I was like, that's a weird
Well,
message.
I'd say it's more
but it's more
like
of a
to
metaphor. Like,
Yeah, it
to
is more of a
symbolize, you
message.
know?
Yeah, it's
Something drastic.
do
You have to
something
do something
different than what you would
drastic, yeah.
normally. Like unexpected, I think was the other thing
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, unexpected. Yeah.
Because everyone's society's expectations are, expecting you and sometimes pressuring you to
Yeah.
do decisions that you aren't comfortable with. Like, what if you're a queer person such as Mitsuko, you don't want to marry a man per se. You want to marry Aki.
Exactly.
you know?
Did
Yeah,
you like
but,
the
like-
alligator?
Oh my gosh!
I was
I
gonna
was
say
just about to
the
bring
alligator
that
was
up.
hilarious.
That was so funny, and then like it just went back to normal.
Yeah,
and it
I was
just
like, oh, that can't be real. I'm gonna be so annoyed if that's real. Oh wait, just kidding.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was real, but it was
it's so funny.
hilarious.
It was really good. Just straight on her crotch too.
Yeah.
Just I was like,
Screaming.
oh my god.
Oh.
And they're like, just as that could be an option. You're like, what?
Yeah, like that
So
can't
weird.
happen, but it's like okay, it's like proving a point and everything.
Yeah.
That was so fun. I also enjoyed the teachers with the like the chain gun, like her classroom.
that was a little. I will say that is a little weird to watch that teacher bit right now in current
Oh
topic, current events, and especially how they're shooting out the windows. So, forewarning, there is like kind of mass shootings. It's a little like, oh, this is a little weird to watch right
for
now.
sensitivity
That's true. It
issues.
is very
Yeah.
over the top and not sensible. Like
Yeah.
not
I mean,
sensitive
it's
at
not
all. Yeah.
realistic, but it's still one of those like, oh, this is interesting. It's like when you watch a movie at different points in your life or what's going on in the
Yeah.
world, it just affects you differently.
That's right.
It's not
yeah.
for the faint of heart, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But it's,
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think I was gonna like the movie as much as I did. It was,
Yeah,
it was a lot
Yeah,
of fun.
same
really
here. It
fun.
was great.
To,
It's
like,
on
dissect.
Netflix, guys.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix.
So good. Yeah.
Good.
check it
Thank
out.
you, Carrie, for.
I'm glad you guys
finding
liked it because I was like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
so bizarre, but in a good way. Very fun.
Yeah.
Well, the next one that I had to
Oh
watch.
boy, are we gonna talk about the?
Also, I was just thinking about it. It also
Oh.
has to do with like a sense of like false identity, like as in like who you really are in
Yeah,
certain
because
stages
she's like,
of
who
your
am I?
life.
And looking at herself. And
Right.
Who am I really?
Right. Okay. That's cool. Yeah. So that was a little brief review of our Tag 2015. Catch it, guys. It's on Netflix. Definitely worth a watch. It's so good. It's about like what 1:30 hour 30
not that
minutes.
long.
It's not
Yeah.
long, and you didn't wish you want like there was more because it leaves you kind of like damn like that's really good.
Sequel.
Also like how she wakes up in the snow and she's like it's over, cool, and then she's
Yeah,
like
peace out, you're
I'm like all right.
Yeah.
The only time I saw something else like that in a similar film was Old Boy one, but like it was like he's trying to get rid of his memory. So I don't know. I don't know. I was trying to correlate both, but I was like, I don't think it can work. But yeah, so guys, Thanksgiving is right around the corner. It's 2 days away. It's Tuesday now, so it's on Thursday, right? So if you guys want some delicious films for your hungry appetites for just blood, gore, and horror. I got a little list for you here. It's about 4 long and then 1 honorable mention. So the first one we actually ended up all watching, and it's called Thankskilling. We'll come back to that because I think we're gonna talk about that
Yeah.
the most. So I'll just move on. Without saying much, Thankskilling, guys. It's really great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So next one is actually I saw this one earlier today, and I talked about it earlier. Alien Abduction Incident in Lake County. Again, it was 1998, released on UPN when that station. I think it's channel 13 now. It was a sci-fi horror drama. A mysterious blackout happens, and the sun goes out to investigate and capture the footage of actual aliens. And then the aliens try to break into the house, and you see it's very, very anxious filled. Like you don't know what's happening. There's a great scene where they go upstairs, and it's all dark, and it really ramps up the anxiety you feel within them.
I'm glad you noted it takes place on Thanksgiving because I was like,
And
how is this connected?
It takes place on the
Yeah.
night of Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why. And there's also like family tensions within, which I
Yeah.
thought was really great. It's not just like a focus
Yeah.
on alien; it's a focus on how this like alien terror is affecting like the psyches of the people within the house.
in their
And they're-
relationship. It's
Yeah, and
like,
they're
oh, we
trying
just
to
got
be-
into a fight, but we have to work together together and not get killed by these aliens.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
that's how you do.
Yeah.
The next one I'd like to talk about is Blood Freak, released in 1972. If you had to skip any of these, I would probably skip this one, but it's great because it's
Aw.
not exactly Thanksgiving related, but it features a guy who gets turned into he gets a turkey head through a scientist. Like he goes through like some weird science experience and he gets a turkey head. And then with the turkey
Wow.
head once dawned on him, he goes up against gang members.
Only the blood of drug addicts can satisfy its thirst.
There you go.
Wow.
It's definitely has a weird like old grindhousey film to it.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like practically like a superhero. He's like a turkey head, like weird origin, and he goes. And then this can
Oh,
actually
boy.
be found on YouTube, but it's gonna be like a lame version of it. But if you really want to see it, you can find it on YouTube. Fourth one will be Blood Rage, released in 1987. This would actually be the next one I would want to watch. 1987. It's a horror slasher film. Directed by John Grissmer, and synopsis is: as kids, Todd is institutionalized for a murder whilst his twin goes free. 10 years later, on Thanksgiving, Todd escapes, and a killing spree begins in his neighborhood. Basically, Todd's brother kills someone in front of Todd, frames Todd. Todd stays in jail for 10 years until one day he just decides to get out of jail and be like, "Hey, I was wronged." And once the evil, let's just call him Evil Todd, finds out about a good Todd escaping, he starts killing everyone in the neighborhood. So it can be as though since he got out, he's killing more people again, and it's pretty funny in that sense. Like I would say. Excessive gore and gratuitous nudity, incredibly dumb storyline, and absurd plot twist, which is everything you want from this. Body count is high, and the murders are nice and nasty, with plenty of machete action and severed body parts flying around everywhere.
Wow.
And that's from a Coventry, a July 10th, 2015 IMDb review. And yeah, it was a good. It looked like the trailer is great. It looks like a good gore production and everything. Like the makeup effects and everything look really top notch.
It's a rated adult. Is that what it?
It's definitely rated R.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Oh, I
definitely
just see,
rated
like,
R.
the A on the.
Yeah, I think it's a European film cover of
okay.
it. It's
I'm
not the
good with
smart.
ratings.
Yeah, it's not the smartest film, but I hear it's very entertaining nonetheless.
Quick, guys, just want to intervene. That is Arrow Video. That's not a rating. That's a distribution.
Oh, okay.
Ah, thank you.
Distribution
It
company.
looks exactly like a rating.
Yeah,
Well,
thank
that's how
you,
video
Steve.
games do the ratings here.
Yeah.
I was like, it's a video game?
No, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it does. I could see now why you would think that. Yeah, and then the last one, it's a quick honorable mention. It's Eli Roth's Thanksgiving trailer that played on the Grindhouse double feature back in 2007, where Quentin Tarantino directed Death Proof and Robert Rodriguez directed Planet Terror. It has a synopsis. It's about a man whose childhood sweetheart, a turkey, was killed by his father, and now he stalks and decapitates horny teens dressed as a pilgrim. And it's just a trailer. It's about 3-ish minutes long, 3.5. Very gory. It's hilarious, over the top scenes where it's just like really over the top gore. I mean, like it's a human cooked turkey / human head stuffed inside of a turkey. There's a scene where like there's a body that looks like a turkey and it's like roasted. Like, it's just gross to see. There's also the cheerleader on the
Trampoline.
knife. Oh
Yeah.
my god. And also Eli Roth acts in one of the little scenes along with cameo Jay Hernandez, who was the star of Hostel in like one of his early films. And now back to Thankskilling. Released in 2009, it was a horror comedy, so it is supposed to be really bad on purpose. I believe so, otherwise by God. Directed by Jordan Downey, it's the evilest turkey to ever roam the face of the earth. It's brought back to life and goes on a murdering spree in a small town during Thanksgiving. This movie is hilarious. It's so dumb, it's good. You can't take it serious at all. The acting's so bad that you'll love it.
The opening line, what got me? It
Oh
was
my
hilarious.
God.
I'm sorry.
The opening line, I don't want to say it. It's so good though. It's very Freddy.
Opening shot. I'm
Freddy
like, oh,
Krueger-esque.
that's what kind of movie it is. Okay.
On the cover, it does advertise that the opening shot is like a nipple shot. It says right there, I believe in the corner. Yeah, it advertises on it. It's just you just
Warning, boobs.
know boobs
there.
within like the first couple minutes, I think.
Yeah, in the first second.
In the first second, yeah. Warning.
Those are the
boobs
only
in
ones
the
you
first
ever
second.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that
don't see
is.
any, well, you see a girl in a bra.
That's true, yeah.
later.
But yeah, it's just it's a weird way to start off a movie, but
And it's very quotable too.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you just got stuffed, and it's kind of gross.
That
Oh
was
my
kind
God,
of funny.
that was-
there was
Like-
very few and far between that I laughed at, but I did like the stuffed. That was kind of funny.
stuffed. Oh my God, that
And then
was.
it's a gravy flavored condom. I was like,
Oh yeah, like the tiny gravy favorite.
yeah, no. And then her legs don't quote. Her legs.
Oh yeah, her legs are
Close-
harder to close
Close
than
than the John
Benet Ramsey case.
I was like,
they kept laughing.
Yeah, twice,
but
dude.
then they say it a second time, and as if
I know,
they
it's the
never heard
same-
it the first
and
time.
it's
And I'm
the
like,
same thing, and it's like
then they
same reaction.
And then the nerd tries to. It had all,
and he
like,
just like this, yeah.
he screwed it up, but then like no one.
it was painful. I'm sorry.
It
I
was
didn't,
good, guys.
I just think that,
So it was not for me. It was not so bad. It's good. It was just so
If
hard to
you
watch.
like The Room, I think you'll like this.
oh,
film.
there, look at that.
I'm
turkey.
glad
Turkey.
it's only an hour because I was like, if this was any longer, I couldn't. Because there's a scene too when he has like the mask on,
Oh,
and I was
the
like,
father?
really, really? Everyone's like, oh, you look different,
Hey, Daddy.
and like. They definitely jumped the shark in terms of the turkey can hold a hatchet. His feathers are essentially razor blade sharp,
Yeah.
and you're just like, oh my gosh.
And at the end, he
we
falls
don't-
into a
Maybe
toxic
if
vat.
I had like drank more alcohol or something, kind of watch
It-
this movie.
Oh my gosh, that
It
make it
was
even
so
better.
good.
Oh no.
There, real quick, there is a sequel to it. It's called
Oh,
Thankskilling
I didn't know
3.
that.
Why is it 3, not 2?
That's the thing. So the Thankskilling.
To be funny?
Thankskilling 3 is so meta that it actually it stars Turkey, the same Turkey, on the quest to find the long lost and last copy of Thankskilling 2
Two.
DVD.
Wow.
Oh wow.
So I haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure it's a
Well,
goodie.
watch it this Thanksgiving break.
Right?
I
And you
don't
can
know,
find
this
them
was
both
painful
on
enough.
Amazon Prime.
There's not many Thanksgiving horror movies. I'm really disappointed.
This was-
but-
No, but I am excited. There are a bunch of Christmas ones. Though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So it'll be
and
fun
so
to
the
dive
whole
in.
We'll be
month
talking
of,
about those,
The
yeah.
whole month of December has got to be Christmas horror themed movies. We got to wrap now, and that's okay because we got through everything. Sorry,
yep.
Steve. That's all right. So you can find me everywhere at Tony B Dead, TonyBDED. Again, my name is Anthony Becerra. Please rate, comment, subscribe right down here on the YouTube page as well as on iTunes. I would love to read them, and always looking forward to seeing comments. And also find us on our Horror Movie News Twitter at Horror News PTN as well.
Yes, and leave comments down below. What are some of your favorite Thanksgiving horror movies? Did we miss some? And have you seen the ones we talked about? And did you survive watching Thanksgiving? Because I barely did.
Which one's better? Thankskilling or Tag?
Oh,
Tag, hands down.
Yeah,
oh my
Tag
gosh.
is-
And yeah, you all can find me online at Kari D Lane. That's KARIDLANE.
Yes, and follow me on all social media platforms at Ollie Dreamer, and tune into the Marvel Runaways after show on AfterBuzz TV at 8 on Tuesday nights.
Tonight. Oh, also as well, every Sunday night, it's horror TV news as well. So that's happening on the AfterBuzz network. So catch that if you want more horror, but you're more of a TV viewer, then you got that covering you. So yeah, until next week, let the blood flow again.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network. We would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.